What's going on, everyone? So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that. And to keep it short, blunt, the devil is you. There can be nothing other than you. Everything comes from you. But then people develop their ego, basically, and they have a sense of separation. And everyone lies all the time. And it's simply because they don't have this realization. Though some of them could be hinting at it. But some people never really question even the own stuff that they say. Those would be the people hinting at it. But most people just say stuff anyway without even thinking about it. So it means they are robotic. They are an autopilot. Or they're unconscious. And all three of those words mean the same thing, actually. And God is in all of us. Whether you want to say we are God or not, you can argue that. But you can't argue that there's not a piece of us from God in us. So people are always going to lie to you and act like they know what they're talking about. And really, to identify how to act with someone is telling what they're actually speaking about, or residents, would be the actual residents of what they're saying. They don't necessarily even have to speak. You can tap into this energy just by looking at them. So a lot of times I can tell how someone's state is. And really, there's only two states. There's a state of being, stillness, and then there's a state of non-being, which would be a thought form, which would be your thoughts. Because when people have thoughts, they become literally identified with them. So even though you can't see this, it transmutes to you actually becoming your thought. Because you believe it. That's the thing. Most people believe their thoughts. So if you believe your thoughts, then you become your thoughts. And then you feel separated and all these other things. So it's easy to identify who is speaking truth. One, you'll inevitably like it, no matter what, because it's not a fact, it's a truth. It's like when people tell me I'm speaking facts, it's like, I'm not speaking facts. I'm speaking the truth. That's a big one. That's really big. But there'll just be a certain resonance with that person when they speak. Now, the sad story and the downside of this is there's only a few that have that resonance. There's people who have this resonance that isolate themselves, yes, up in mountains. There's people who have a resonance about them, but they're not conscious of it. So that's the thing, is most people just need to recognize it because it's already in them. People who are naturally in the woods and in their natural habitat, this awareness and stillness is naturally going to increase. It doesn't mean they can fall. You can fall into awareness, but it doesn't mean you can fall in the stillness. You can fall into meditativeness, but it doesn't mean you're conscious of it. So example of this would, of someone be like, damn, I want to go back to when I felt like that. Well, when you felt like that, you were just feeling and you weren't having thoughts. Because feeling is the greatest feeling. It's not a thought, actually. It can't be, because a thought is a thought and a feeling is a feeling. Do you understand? Thoughts can hold made up feelings. They can hold emotions. They can evoke emotions. They're not necessarily real. They're not real at all, actually. So that's basically it for this video. And the devil is inside of you. It's only when you go against yourself, which would be the devil, because even he himself, unknowingly, or maybe he does, deep down he really does. It's the same at the same time. He wants to be like Jesus. He wants to be like God. In fact, he is a part of God. And that's why the whole waking up, it's the devil like going through these stages to get back to where he was. No one wants to be the devil. It's just not true. Even the devil, like deep down, wants to be a part of God again. That's like the whole story, him versus himself. You can make donations to me, since I'm not making money off of this right now. But maybe sometime in the future, because I'm not getting paid for YouTube for these, not yet. And if you want to make a donation, at my Cash App, Snap, Crackle, Fizzle. It's the same as my username, and it helps me provide more videos like this. So I hope you guys appreciate the scenery. I need another set of lights. And have a nice one. Make sure you subscribe.